Welcome back, everybody. I know it's been a minute, but I just got a brand new spear gun in the mail. Some assembly required. So we're gonna go over how to assemble this spear gun, go over the anatomy of the spear gun, go over the different parts, talk about them so that you can walk into a dive shop and sound like you know what you're talking about. And by the way, this is a Salvimar Metal is the name of the model. It's called the Metal, and it's in a 75 centimeter barrel. I picked up this gun because it's got a little bit shorter length, and I think it's going to be perfect for hole hunting, lane cod, cabezon, that kind of thing. I really like it. Aluminum barrel, but the reason that it's called the Metal is because the entire trigger mechanism is made from metal. So there's no plastic in this trigger mechanism, not on the trigger itself or on the inside. It is nice to have metal components because they won't wear down over time as fast as like some of the cheaper guns that are gonna have plastic components on the inside. So since we have this up, we'll talk about the main body of the spear gun. So the circular piece here is called the barrel. That's the main body of the spear gun, usually made from aluminum. You can find some of the more expensive guns come in carbon fiber. Wood is another material, but some of the beginner spear guns are going to have aluminum, and there's nothing wrong with that. They can take a beating. They're super light in the water. These things are tanks. Aluminum barrel here. The front of your spear gun, this is going to be called the muzzle. You know, this is kind of just where your shaft is going to sit here. This is where your bands will sit in this opening here in the muzzle, and it'll come into play here when we put this gun together. Coming to the back of the gun, this is your handle. This whole component here is called your trigger mechanism or trigger mech. Of course, this is your trigger. This is the trigger mechanism where your shaft will fit into, and then the line release is right here. That's called the line release. When you pull the trigger, this snaps up and your line is released through the top of the gun. And then this little piece right here on the end, it's called your like your shooting butt or your loading butt. And that's basically used to kind of pad onto your chest as you're pulling the bands back to load it. And so some guns don't have them. This one does. Bruh. There's not a whole lot of cushion there, but sometimes you have like a rubber butt. So yeah, so that's the main body of the spear gun. Next up, we've got the shaft. The shaft is what you're gonna shoot your fish with. You have different types of ways that the bands will attach to the shafts. This is a shark fin tab. You can see they kind of stick up similar to shark fins. You've also got other shafts that have like notches in them. The band will sit back into that notch. Kind of personal preference on what type of shaft you want to use, but most people I know are using the shark fin tabs. I personally like them because they're just a little bit easier to load, and they don't tend to slice up your Dyneema as much on the wishbone. On the front of the shaft, you've got this piece here. That's called the flopper. And so basically when you shoot this spear gun, the shaft is gonna fly into the fish, through the fish, on the other side. And if that fish tries to run away, that flopper is gonna be there to keep that fish on your shaft. So this basically holds the fish in place. At the front of the shaft, you've got your point, your tip there. This is called a pencil tip. Pretty common to see a pencil tip shaft. So that's your shaft. On the very back of the shaft, you'll see a couple of holes on the shark fin tabs, and then on the very back of the tab, these holes are where you're going to attach your mono to, but we'll get to that in a minute. This kit also came with some bands. These are not tied. They have an open end, and that is so that we can put it through the opening, because this opening is not open in the front, so we'll have to put the band through that opening right there. So that's why they send them the open style right there. I already tied this one up. That's what it'll look like. This is a bungee that'll attach to the gun here. We'll get to that in a minute. I think it'll make more sense when we get to that point. And then this is our mono shooting line that they sent, and a couple of crimps inside of it. I've also got my crimping pliers here from Blue Tuna. I use these a lot, especially when I started replacing the mono on my spear guns, doing my own crimps. At first it seems a little bit intimidating, but it's really easy once you get the hang of it. This gun also came with the reel. We are not going to install the reel for this demonstration. This is just kind of a beginner setup. So we're gonna leave this one for probably another video, but I did think that was pretty cool that it came with the reel. Just a kind of a nice accessory. This is kind of a smaller reel, but it's kind of a smaller gun too. So kind of makes sense. They go up from here, but yeah, probably my guess is for this type of reel right here, this size, probably $50, $60. And then of course, this is the shooting line that would go onto the reel. Like I said, we're not gonna get into that for this video. Okay, so let's get started. First thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna just put our bands through this opening right here, through the muzzle. I already tied this knot, so now I have to undo it. I think this is called a constrictor knot, a very simple knot to tie, but it won't come undone because the harder you pull it, the tighter the knot gets. So super simple. I don't know if I'll be able to show it on this video, but I'll try. First thing we're gonna do is put our band through that opening. The way you tie this knot is, you see there's a little loop on the band. So you put the main line through the loop. Then you go around it, and then you come back through the loop that you just used to go around that other loop. Well, that's it right there. And you pull. And the more that you pull it, the tighter that knot gets. Probably link another video with a better angle because my angle's probably not the best, but that's it. Super simple knot to tie, that the harder you pull it, the tighter that knot gets. So it's very, very strong. So we're gonna do the other one real quick. Okay. There you see I've got both bands on and they're not going anywhere. All right, the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna focus on the mono and the shaft. So the first part of that is to put on our bungee. And this is our bungee, and it's got some flex, and you'll see why that's important in a minute. But for now, what we need to know is that on the bottom of your barrel, you're gonna have some sort of bar or loop or something that this loop can connect to. But basically stick it through like that, and then just put the other side of your bungee through it, and that's it. That's what you're looking for right there. So it should look like this. And it's got some play there. So now let's attach our mono. I'm guessing that because this came with the gun, it's probably the perfect length, but we'll check it. To do that, we're gonna use these crimps. So the kit came with 2 crimps. They look like that. They kind of look like, almost like a figure 8 on the inside. So the mono goes through one hole and then out the other hole, and then you crimp it. All right, so next up, let's attach the mono to the shaft. You see you got the 3 shark fin tabs here and then a hole in the back. There's a lot of debate about where you should attach your mono. Most of the people I know will avoid attaching it here. Just because you don't really want that mono to be in your trigger mechanism, affecting your shaft or the release in any way. So usually go for one of the 2 shark tabs here. Some people that I know will even attach to the very front shark tab here. I like to attach to the forward-most shark tab in the back. Sometimes it's easier to get it out of the fish if it's closer to the back of the shaft rather than up toward the middle. But like I said, everybody's different, and some guys swear by the forward-most shark tab on the shaft. So we take our mono. First step is to put the mono through one end of the crimp, like that. Put the mono through the hole, and then back through the other end of that crimp. Kind of have a loop, looks like that. And then the next step here is to actually burn the tip of that mono. You give it kind of a mushroom head so that it is unable to fit through the end of that mono if it were to ever try to slip out. So take your favorite lighter and go ahead and just burn the tip of the plastic just a little bit. And then you can kind of see like it starts to melt a little bit. Use your finger, tap it down. And what you're trying to do is create a mushroom head. I don't know if you can see that. The basically just widen up the end of that thing and then go ahead and tuck it down all the way till it meets the mono. And then I like to shorten up my loops a little bit. I don't need them too long. Right around there is good. And then you're gonna take your crimps, use whatever crimp hole depending on the diameter of your mono. This mono is probably 1 to 2 millimeter thick, so that's the crimp spot that I'm gonna use. 2 crimps, 1 on each end of the crimp, almost to the end of the metal crimp, but don't cover the crimp itself. Just get right at the end there. Give it a good squeeze. All right, and then do 1 more crimp on the other end. Okay, so that's what we've got. That's your crimped mono. That ain't going nowhere. Let's measure it on the gun. So we've got our shaft with the mono attached to it. We're gonna go ahead and place it on the cradle, slide it into the mechanism until you hear it click and lock, and you shouldn't be able to pull it out. All right, so that's locked in. First thing we wanna do is get our bands out of the way. All right, so the mono's gonna go up the barrel. Look for that catch. Each gun is a little different. This one has like a wire, a metal wire that can catch the mono when it gets to this point. Yours might be different, but take the mono under the catch and then it's gonna go over the shaft. And on the other end of the other side of the shaft, there should be a notch there, and that's gonna be where the mono sits into it like that. So if you look, it kind of looks like that. And that's how you're gonna load your gun too. And the purpose of this is that mono going over the shaft is gonna hold your shaft in place while you're diving and stuff like that. So make sure it doesn't come out. Now that we've got this side done, we're gonna bring the mono all the way down to that line release there. And this is where the mono is gonna wrap around. It'll wrap around this line release, and yours might be a little bit different, but that's what this one looks like. And then it's gonna come back up, and this is where we're gonna attach our bungee, just like that. You can see that we've got way more monofilament line than we need, so we're gonna cut some of that off. So the right length for your mono is that you're gonna want a decent stretch on your bungee. If you don't have any stretch or not enough, there won't be any tension here, and then the line could come off of your line release at the bottom and everything could come apart. So you want a good amount of tension here, and that's why this bungee is stretchy. That's the whole purpose for it, because when everything's loaded and in place, it's gonna keep everything tight. Naturally, the bungee comes to right about here, so I want to pull it maybe down to that length right there. So it's got some good stretch. So I think I'll cut my mono right around here, create my loop, and so that way when I hook the loop to the bungee, it's gonna have a good amount of tension. So that's what we're gonna do. And because this bungee has this pigtail style clip on it, I can create the loop first, and then I can put it and spin it on into place here. That's what I'm gonna go ahead and do. But if yours does not have this style clip, then you may wanna take your mono off so that you have enough slack to get in here and make this loop. So I've got my second crimp made. This pig style clip is pretty nice because you can just put the loop on and just kind of spin it around, and then it's on. Let's put this thing together. So basically we have our mono on the shaft running up under the bands here. If the bands are underneath your shaft, lift them up and make sure that the mono goes through them this way. If not, it'll mess you up later on. Mono goes under the catch, over, and then in the notch on the other side. And then because it's already attached, we're gonna have to pull a bit to get it to reach the line release. And then if you need slack, pull from the bungee side. So there it is, attached to the line release. And you can see there's a good amount of tension on this mono, with that bungee being stretched out quite a bit. You might not need that much stretch, but I like them to be a little bit tighter than not tight enough. And you can see that the bands are perfectly positioned so that you're able to load the gun. Whenever I'm storing my gun at home, this is how I store it. It's not loaded, it's safe. However, the mono is rigged up so that it's just not a tangled mess. You can store it against the wall, hanging up on a shelf, if I have like a gun rack or something like that. Another thing that this gun came with was a tuna clip, but funny because you see that hole there? I'll have to tie some Dyneema to get this to work, so I'm not gonna do that right now. One of the other things I didn't mention is your safety. Very important to have a gun with the safety on it, and safeties are all a little different, but you should look for the safety on your gun. And if you're a beginner, you should probably look for a gun with the safety because not all of them have it. Whenever you're not shooting your gun, whenever you're in the water, in between dives, always engage your safety right there. This one's a little tight probably because it's new. This gun also has an adjustable trigger, which is kind of cool. With that little nut right there, it adjusts the sensitivity on the trigger, so that's kind of nice. Just make sure that you know where your safety is at and you use it. I've seen guns go off in the water without even pulling the trigger, especially if you're diving with a buddy, which you should be. Always make sure that your gun is not hot on the surface until you start your dive. Another thing is whenever you're not hunting with your spear gun, whenever not shooting fish with it, I like to have some sort of a protector on the tip just for safety purposes and stuff like that, especially if you're like on a boat or things are moving around. This gun came with kind of this metal cap here, but one of the other things that I've used is wine corks. They fit really well. You just grab a wine cork, stick it on, and it works perfect against one, protecting your tip, but also making sure that nobody gets poked. So there it is. That's the basics of how you would set up a gun. What would you have done differently? Let me know in the comments. The next goal for this gun is to go see if we can shoot some fish and see how good of a job that I did. All right.